What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Shipwrecked. We're going to be working on the 72 Plymouth Fury again. I got it right here. I've ordered points and a new cap and a new rotor, points, cap, and rotor for it. I got some Autolite plugs. You can see them sitting here on the fender. And I got some wires. I actually bought some brand new Mopar wires off of Amazon. But I'm going to use those on my green 71 for this spring. I want to get it back on the road. And I figured the green car's old plug wires were already off, so I might as well just use them on the Fury. And they're like the same blue color the car is. So without further ado, I'll show you what I'm going to do here tonight. All right. We verified it spins over. The battery, it cranks pretty easy. I'm sure the cylinders have still been soaking with oil and stuff. I'm sure it didn't all shoot out. I'm going to throw plugs in it. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the cap off and see, before I go changing points in condenser, I'm going to see if I can't clean these up and get it to run with what's in it. That'll be the quickest and easiest thing. I have a bunch of other coils if I need a coil. Supposedly this car went and got parked into a barn like 10 or 11 years ago and it drove in. So in theory, I don't see why it wouldn't start back up and drive again. The brakes, I'm really suspect of that entire system, but one thing at a time, let's make it run and move first. And then I guess I could press the pedal and see if the car stops or doesn't stop. We'll see. All right, I got the air cleaner off. I'm back here at the distributor. This clips off. It came off easy. This one doesn't seem to want to come off, but that's what we got to work with. It doesn't look terrible in here. Probably just some corrosion on the contacts. Let's see what I can't do with this. Probably can't tell very well. Let me zoom in here. We got some corrosion on them contacts down there. What I'm going to do is take this little piece of sandpaper and run it between them a few times. And I'm going to see if that'll be good enough to get us some spark. And we can skip changing out them points and condenser. So honestly, like I said, if it ran and drove 10 years ago, 5 years ago, doesn't really matter. When it was parked, in theory, it should run again. So let's see what we got. As you can see, I got some sandpaper between the contacts. All I'm going to do, just gently work it back and forth a little bit. Try and clean up any corrosion or anything keeping it from making spark. Should be good. Alright, so I went ahead and got my test light hooked up. It's right here to a headlight ground, so it's a very solid ground source. First thing I want to do is make sure I got power coming in to this ballast resistor. We're lit up there. We're lit up here. That means we should have power here at the coil. We're lit here. Next spot, points. And I could, yeah, we got spark in there. So let's see. Let's get some plugs in it and lace up the wires. See if I can't make it go bang for the first time in like 10 years. All right. Got the distributor cap back on with the rotor. Should be good to go with the points for now, I think. May have to come back off and screw with it some more. Got the new plugs in and gapped. Got the wires on. Firing order 184366572. On a small block Mopar, it's a clockwise rotation, because the distributor's in the back of the engine. So I think now let's crank it with plugs in it and see if it's slow. And from there, we might try and start it. Well, that does not sound happy. I've never heard that noise before. I don't know what the heck that is. Huh. Maybe the starter hanging up. Bad spot on the flywheel. Flex plate. Actually, it's not even either of those. Bad spot on the ring gear. On the torque converter. Yikes. Well, I'm going to pour some gas down it and see what happens. Yeah, it sounds like the flex plate to me. See if we can't get a little pop. Should pop if it's going to do something.
Two hours later.
Well, that's a major bummer. Wonder if we're even getting spark. Doesn't seem like it, but
Three hours later.
I think that starter is junk. I'm not going to try it anymore because I probably already hurt the torque converter. Bummer. Bummer, 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 Fury. Alright, till next time. I have to figure out what I'm going to do now. But that starter sounds like it's on its last legs. Whoa. The radio freaked me out. Alright. That's all I got for this episode. It should run soon. I will make another one when it does.